What is up, YouTube? This is Anonymous Mentor again. I am still sick today, but before I get started on this video, I just want to say that everything I do in here is for demonstration purposes only, and I will not be held accountable for any of your actions. It's kind of obvious that if you do something that is illegal that you shouldn't be doing, you're going to be held accountable for it because you know better than to do that. So let's I'm going to be testing this out on my own VirtualBox machine, and what you're looking at on the screen right now, right here, we had a Hydra up, and what I did is I have a password list. Okay, it's in my it's on my desktop, and it's like this. It's got 17,140 passwords, and this isn't a good optimized password list. It's slow. I made it myself, and it could be a lot better if you have an optimized dictionary that you can get online. But we'll just be using mine for the demonstration. And I had set this crunch over here at Crunchbang. I used sudo su, and I set the password to lobster. So if we type in passwd, I'll type in lobster right now. Lobster. It says password updated. I guess it still says that, but the password is lobster. And we came over here in Hydra, typed in the IP of our target, and we could figure that out by doing an nmap scan on our network, or if you just know the IP. So if you do an if config, we can see it's 192.168.1.71, 192.168.1.71. You don't have to enter anything for the port. It should be a 22 if you put anything, because we're setting the protocol to SSH. You can also do this for FTP or any of the other things right here. And you can, as the username, I chose root because getting root access to a machine is quite amazing. So and then over here on password, we clicked in the bulletin for password list, and it loads up, and we click over here, and I choose my dictionary that's in my desktop. And after that, I didn't set any proxies because this is my own network and I don't really need to. But you want to set your number of tasks. It's how many passwords it'll check at a time, 10. And I set the timeout for 90 seconds before it times out. And I'm using no proxy. You can configure it to use a proxy if you want. And if it needs to be authenticated, just click there and authenticate it. Right here you can specify more proxy inputs. And right here is where we started the I clicked start, and it started doing 10 at a time until it came up with my password. And you can see it attempts it at 192.168.1.71 with the root as the login username, and then the password as whatever is in the dictionary. This happens to be the 710th line out of 17,140 lines in my dictionary. I have 17,140 passwords. This is the 710th one, and it tried that on it, and it was unsuccessful. And if we come all the way down here, we could see that it had to go through 3,111 passwords in order to successfully figure out that the password was lobster, the login is root, and the host is 192.168.1.71. So now that we have that, you could easily sudo SSH roots at 192.168.1.71 and then we'll enter in our password. I think I just messed my password up. Yeah. And we just need to do this command right here. As I explained in my previous video, need to run this command and paste that in there. And it says the hosts have been updated. So let's run the command again. Do you want to continue? Yes. Now it's asking us for the password, and we know the password is lobster. And as you can see, we are now inside the Crunchbang machine. So that pretty much says that. Now I'm going to go over how to do it. So first off, we'll go ahead and close this stuff out, and we'll just power down the machine. Machine. Sorry, I'm sick. Close. Okay, yeah. Power off the machine. So what you're gonna want to do first is open up a terminal, and you want to type in sudo apt-get hydra -gtk. Let me make sure. Sudo apt-get install hydra -gtk. And I have the latest version. So once you have that, what you need to do is do an nmap scan after you get your host up. So let's go over here and we'll start up our Crunchbang. Tell it to capture, go into a live session, and we'll move this to the left. And right here we'll go ahead and do a sudo nmap-pn, and we'll scan our entire network 192.168.1.0/24. And over here we will open up a terminal and get this ready. So let's sudo apt-get update && sudo apt-get install SSH. Usually Linux distros come pre-installed with SSH. Crunchbang does not, so we have to do that. And it didn't even, that nmap scan didn't pick up our target because it wasn't logged in yet. So let's go ahead and say OK to that, and then run this nmap scan again, and hopefully it should pick up our Crunchbang system. Let's do an if config over here. We're 192.168.1.71. As you can see, it's right here. And we got TCP SSH port 22 open. But if we try to SSH into it, we'll get password prompted. And we don't know the password, so there's no telling how we can get in here. Let's go ahead and actually sudo su instead of root password, and we'll set the password as A12345, and if we didn't know the password over here, clearly we wouldn't be able to get in. So what we need to do is load up, click, it'll be under internet, and it'll say X Hydra, and you want to load that up. You want to specify your target 192.168.1.71, and then we're going to call it in on a SSH protocol. So SSH, and then we'll click on B, revoice and show attempts. I wouldn't recommend doing that if you're trying to be stealthy. We'll set the username to root, and we'll choose our password list, our dictionary. So we're trying to brute force the password with the dictionary tag. You can go down here and try an empty password, try login as password, and some other stuff. Set the number of tests to 10, and we'll set the timeout to 90 seconds. And I use no proxy, but if you're trying to do this on something that's not yours, which I do not recommend, but you're held accountable for it, use something else, use a proxy. Same there. So then we come over here and we just click start, and don't mind this. Just give it a second and it'll start scanning, and I'm gonna pause the video after it starts scanning. As you can see, I did 10. Now it's just rolling on through all the way to 18, 19, 20, 26. And once you get this, that's just because it's overloading the machine. It can't take that much input at a time. It'll start checking them again. But I'll pause the video and bring it back whenever it's found the key. Alright, so if you go back a little bit and check out what time it was to what time it is now, you can determine how long it took this to sort through 820 different passwords, and it finally came to the conclusion that it's A12345 at host and root is the login. So now knowing that, we can simply sudo ssh root at 192.168.1.71, and we need to run this command. So let's copy that, and then we will sudo it and paste it. And once that's removed, try it again, hit yes, and now it's asking for the password, and we know it's A12345, and boom, we're inside the system. We can do whatever we want. Look at my other video about SFTP, Secure Transfer Transfer Protocol, Secure File Transfer Protocol, and using if you look at that, you can upload your backdoors to this, and you can also right now just type in passwd and change the password to the system itself, and then after you do that, I mean, you can get mcrypt or truecrypt and encrypt the entire file, the entire from root up. You can encrypt everything, password protect it, and then you can transport everything over to your computer if you want. That way, in case they have any passwords that need to be cracked, you can brute force them from your computer, or you can simply just keep all, basically if you get root and you truecrypt everything, you put a backdoor on it, whatever. I would suggest making a hidden backdoor on their computer. That way you can keep getting root access. Or I don't recommend it, but I'd recommend it if it was yours and you were trying to learn. So this is Anonymous Mentor. showing you how to brute force your way into SSH with unauthorized access using dictionary attacks. If you like my videos, hit the like button, please, and subscribe to my channel, please. And if you have a question, feel free to post a comment, and I will help anyone out. This is Anonymous Mentor. I'll see you guys later with some more tutorials.